What's up, y'all? This is Zeraximus Rogue coming at you once again from the left coast, central northern Cali. Got a little bit of Bay Area love in there with some Mac Gray, some E40, and at least for now, the Oakland Raiders, soon to be Las Vegas Raiders. I just wanted to jump into this haul. This first couple of books are courtesy of, via, thanks to CBSI, the internet's greatest comic community. Love dealing with people on CBSI. Straight up people, good sellers, good buyers. Everybody packs like champs. Everybody's honest about their stuff. First person I want to thank is David Demondi. I actually put this on Marketplace a while back. Great price, great condition, great packing. I'm glad I added the first appearance of Rednecks. This is the ash can. I think Jimmy Linguini said in one of the podcasts that if you're looking to spec on Rednecks, this should be what you should spec on because it's the actual first appearance. And again, I have a couple of #1 issues I'll show later, but I thought this was a smart ad if this ever goes anywhere. Next 4 books are actually obtained through Razmageddon. Was actually a very fun experience for me, although I never won a Raz. I entered 15 to 20 Razes, spent about 10 to 15 bucks each Raz, and never came away a winner. This was actually, not to thank Simon Payne, aka Sad Lemon, for including a second place in his Delato Rhino sketch. I mean, if it wasn't for that second place finish, which was one of the last Razes, I would have I would have crapped out. These are great covers. This is Venom Virgin 1 through 4. I think I have 1 or 2 of these books. I know I don't have 1. So glad to have this set, and I want to thank Simon Payne for adding that second place Raz, because without him I would have, again, came away with Jack Spit. Great covers that, I don't even think I'm going to sell my doubles. I might display them whenever I finish my man cave. But again, great books to have, and thank you, Simon Payne. Next book or set of books is Mockingbird #3 or #2 Chang variant, and this was spec'd on by somebody in the group, and as soon as the spec hit, I jumped on these. Actually didn't get 1, didn't get 2, but got 3 copies for an average of $21 shipped. I think now they're still going for 50, sometimes 60 bucks. I think one of these is gonna go to CGC, CBS, or CBCS. One of them's gonna get graded. One of them's gonna stay raw because I'm still a fan of the raw dog, and the other one I might let go. But again, another ad thanks to CBSI and the tips on there. Next book, I want to thank Howard Kleinman, man. He put up with my stalling forever to make a trade on Batman 612, and I'm extremely happy. So thank you, Howard Kleinman, for your patience. This book has a little bit of a story behind it, and as somebody in YouTube haul videos say, I'm gonna bring this to a screeching halt. So, story behind this book: I began collecting comics at about 10 years old. My mom bought me a stack of comics. I read them and I was hooked. For about 6 or 7 years, I thought I was collecting. I would buy a whole bunch of issues of 90s, multiple issues of 90s #1s, Nth Man and Super Pro and bull BS that never amounted to anything. Through those 6 or 7 years, my aunt would take me to stores, and I don't even think I was ever a show, but she would take me to stores to encourage my habit. I actually stopped reading and collecting comics right before my senior year in high school. I became too cool for comics. Went to college, didn't give comic books a second thought at all. I wasn't even thinking about comics. And the day I graduated, day after I graduated, my uncle and my 2 cousins and my aunt They stayed over an extra day, and we were walking downtown Berkeley, and we came across a comic store. And my cousins, who I got into comics, they told me, hey, primo, let's go into this comic store. They must have asked me 3 or 4, 5, 6 times. And I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to go in. I'm good. I'm good. Finally, like I said, on the 5th or 6th time, I finally broke down, and I was like, you know what? I'll go in this comic store. What can it hurt? Man, that was one of the best and worst decisions of my life. Walked into the comic store, and it was this cover. Actually, the color cover, but it was this cover that got me hook, line, and sinker. This was the first book I saw. As soon as I saw it, I knew who it was. Couldn't believe Jim Lee was doing iconic characters, Superman and Batman. I had to pick it up, and this book got me hook, line, and sinker. I have this book color. I have multiple color versions. I have multiple sketch versions. I have each of them signed with the COA from Jim Lee, and this is actually the first graded Batman 612 I have. And again, thank you, Howard, for helping make this happen. My goal is to get Batman 612 color 9.8, get them both witness sign 9.8, or even a 9.9 or a 10. This book means so much to me. It again got me back into comics, and man, again, a blessing and a curse, but more along the lines of a blessing. So yeah, Batman 612. Next couple of books were just books that I got through the CBSI grading club. All new Wolverine 18 Matina cover, one of the best Venom variants out there, guaranteed 9.8, and Iron Fist Venom Hands Campbell CBCS variant. Again, great pickups from CBSI. These grading club is awesome. They guarantee their stuff, and if you don't get a 9.8, you get your money back. I don't know what else to say. More books are another couple of comics I got. I actually had a chance to go to a very small. Was able to pick between a decent show on Sunday or a very small first time show on a Saturday. I'm usually a proponent of taking the path less traveled and going to undiscovered country, and that's what I did. I think in this instance for these two shows, I think I picked the wrong show. This show was in Hollister, California, in a church basement. There was like 4 comic dealers, and it was, a long ride for minimal returns. But hey, those are the risks I'm willing to take in order to maybe find a gem or a vendor who hasn't been picked over. Unfortunately, this vendor was picked over, and I kind of got scraps. These books are books not from the show, but books that I got on a comic store too, and at a comic store from that show, and I'm actually glad I stopped. First one is actually Batman 612 or Batgirl 6 variant cover, first Son of Penguin. Again, at one time a $15-$20 book. Now it's settled around 8 or 9. Got it for cover. Next book is actually Vision number 5, a book that still has a little bit of heat on it. I think most of the heat stems from a low print run. Funny story, I actually sold a set of 1 through 4, 6, 7, and 9 because I didn't think I'd ever find this for cheap in the wild. Lo and behold, 2 days after I sold that set, I find Vision 5 near mint condition for cover. Part 2 of Super Sun's story and Superman 11. Again, $1 over cover. Trying to complete a couple of sets, so I took it. Secret Empire 1 variant. I think this was the 1 in 10. I don't know if I should have bought it or not. I don't know if it'll ever be what I paid for it, but variants being what they are, decided to take a chance. Another book that I got just because of the cover alone was Injustice 2, Jim Lee cover. I believe this was a 50-50 variant or a AB cover. Again, no spec on this whatsoever, just a great cover by one of the gods. Another book I got for cover was Redneck number 1. This was the only book that I saw in the shop that was kind of had some new heat on it. Again, I don't know if this is dried up or not, but it's something I passed up the first time and now I got, so I'm happy to have it. Just kind of completing a set of God Country. So God Country 2, cover price. And a couple of books that I was actually happy to find there. So I guess this little trip wasn't a complete loss. A couple of these 1 in 10 late issue Wonder Woman variants. I got these next 3 for I think $9 or $10. I think I brokered a deal and it was like $8 or $9 each. But Wonder Woman 603. I believe this was some homage cover or I don't know, something. I don't know. Wonder Woman 611 1 in 10 variant, and I think the best one was the Wonder Woman 614. He had 615, but it was beat, and he wanted $30 for it, and I wasn't about to pay that. Anyways, all these are near mint for about $8 or $9. Another book I found was AVX J. Scott Campbell variant. I think I got this one a little overpriced. I think I got it for $6, but given that I traveled all that way, I was kind of in a spending mood. So this went home with me. And I got these 3, the Delato Captain America 15s. Again, not a variant, just a regular cover. Again, had some heat on them. That price is actually wrong. These were cover. I thought, it's actually a great cover, a great Delato cover that, some people are still looking for. I'll keep one, maybe grade one, and trade one away to somebody. I don't know. But again, for cover price, I figured, why not? God Country number 4, again, just completing the set. And he actually had, that's why I got the Superman 11, because he also had a Superman number 10. So again, just cover price. Again, I think this issue, it's not the newsstand price variant, but I think it's a book that'll only gain in value because of the popularity of the Super Sons. I think it's a great concept. Tamazi's a great writer, and I think big things will come out of the Super Sons. Next book, one that I got him down from 20 to 15 was this Ultimate X silver foil variant. I believe I paid. It was marked at 20. I asked him if he could do anything better, and he said $10. So I stuffed it in my bag, and I was on my merry way. Another cover price find was Totally Awesome Hulk number 3. First appearance, I think, of Kid Kaiju. Is it 3 or 4? Shoot, I don't even know. I might have got worked on this one. So that was out at the stores to and from this little show. Again, not really extremely happy with the show, but it is what it is. Just something I wanted to kind of show off that I got from my order service was Justice League Unwrapped. It's basically a sketch edition or sketch version of Jim Lee on the Justice League that he did for the New 52. I already told you my story about Jim Lee, so I'm not even going to repeat anything. But again, something I got for half off of cover. This was a $40 book. I think I paid $20 for it. And again, probably will never open it, but I'm glad I have it. Another couple of set of books that I got. I believe these were from that show. Actually, no, these are just kind of a combination of a whole bunch of things. Actually, I lie. These were from that show. Again, just things that, kind of, I don't know if they have heat on them or not, but things that, for a couple bucks, might as well. This is one of the Elseworld stories. It's Batman Darkest Night. It's actually DC's version of What If. And it's basically what if Bruce Wayne got a Green Lantern ring. I think it's a great story for $1. I believe I had this at one time. It got stolen. Now I have it again, and it'll be in my PC. I forgot what this guy is. His name is Joseph Maduria. Just another cover that I want to add to a collection I have of his, just because I enjoy his art. He's a guy that did Battle Chasers. Just a low-key Adam Hughes cover. Dark Horse Heroes 3 Ghost, or just Ghost 3. I don't know which one it is. But I noticed the art for 50 cents. Again, a no-brainer. A Delato cover for $1. Annihilation 3. I don't know if I have this or not. If I do, fine. If I don't, again, another quality ad for $1. Something I thought was really curious, or something that I didn't know existed, was this Gunslinger Born variant by J. Scott Campbell. We're usually used to seeing him drawing chicks, and that's kind of all he really does. But he has a couple of other variants out there, and this one was a hot cover artist on a on a series that's gonna get a movie. So again, something I thought that I'd add to the collection for $5. A couple of ticks down here, but like I said, I was in a spending mood because the show didn't have much. Alex Ross New Mutants cover for $1. Again, something that might not be worth anything, but you know, New Mutants is getting a movie. This is a nice cover, so an easy ad. Another book I got for $1 was just a crossover between Punisher and Daredevil. The other issue of this is a Punisher issue, and I forgot which Punisher. Oh, Punisher number 10. This is a 2-part story that these two characters cross over. I thought there was going to be some heat on it when they first announced the Punisher getting the Daredevil. Books bumped a couple of bucks, but nothing ever really came of it. But again, a set that I don't mind putting together, and I don't know, maybe selling for $5 or $10 that I got for $2. A little bit of profit might sit in my collection or in my sell pile for a while, but you know, we'll see if it bears out any profit. A surprising find were these actually, it's actually 3 week 7s. I don't know where the other one is, but I got 3 first issues of Batwoman. Let me see, it's not there. I got these, there's 2 here, but there's a 3rd one somewhere. I got these from a dealer that I always see at shows, and I never go because he never has anything. Sorry to say, and this time the show was so small, I gave him the time of day, and I came out with 3 first appearances of Batwoman for $1 each. Again, good ads, trade fodder, don't mind it. Just a Daredevil book I didn't have, trying to complete a Frank Miller run, 178. This was actually a book that I might have overpaid for, but I thought with Gotham City Sirens coming, the second appearance of Poison Ivy, I couldn't pass it up for $30. It was more along the lines of about 28 or 27 because of the discount he gave, but this is Batman 183, and again, I believe it's the second appearance of Poison Ivy, at least the early appearance. 181 was her first appearance. I don't know if she came out in 182, but you know, like I said, I was in a buying mood because of the drive, and you know, I'll take it. Next are just a couple of books to complete my Guardians run. It was Marvel Presents 4 and 8. I think I overpaid for these, but they're actually in spot on near mint condition, and that's something that I really was happy about with these books. I didn't think that I could find them in near mint condition. I have a couple of very fine copies, but you know, like I said, I'm glad I did. So yeah. Also found a couple of Wizards for $1. I like to put together I like to put together a collection of Wizards with good cover artists. Actually, there's the other one, 9. Oh shit. The screeching halt. Sorry guys. Fuck it. I'll leave it for later. I just got a Wizard with a cover by J. Scott Campbell. Another Wizard with a Michael Turner cover, and of course another Wizard with a Jim Lee cover. This Wizard is... Oh, this is a Wizard that I pulled out of my personal collection. This is another Wizard with Batman and Spider-Man. I think the Batman is done by Jim Lee, Spider-Man is done by Joe Quesada. This is actually Wizard 0, and it's still bagged, so that's a plus for me. This one was Wizard 134, Jim Lee cover, Wizard 159, Michael Turner cover, and Wizard 145, J. Scott Campbell cover. Another stack of books that I got. Here's another stack of books that I got, and I'm not really sure where they were from. Yeah, this is a Deadpool 13 for some reason. This is a $10, $15 book. It's basically Deadpool with a fro. Yay. Another first appearance of Kid Kaiju, a totally awesome Hulk number 3. The recalled version of X-Men Gold, again another cover price purchase. Nightwing 16, again an homage cover, not really for spec, just a nice cover that I didn't have. I believe this was an eBay ad. JSA Classified number 1 Adam Hughes cover. If you guys have seen any of my previous videos, I'm picking these up left and right. Anything Power Girl, anything Adam Hughes, I'm gobbling it up for the right price. I believe this book went for $10 on eBay. Usually you see it for anywhere from 15 to 30 on eBay and at shows. If I find this particular cover under $10 or under $20, I usually try to add it, especially if it's near mint, which this one is. Another good ad was Redneck #1, first print, and a X-Men Gold Addy Granov cover. Another ad that I'm actually on the Moon Girl train, and I want to thank Mal for that. Another run I'm trying to complete is just various variants of Moon Girl, and this was actually obtained from the CBSI marketplace a while back. I just kind of forgot who I got it from, and I really apologize. Another cool book I got recently was this Bombshell cover with Harley and Ivy. I forgot somebody talking about this book. I believe it was Jessup Rump. I want to thank him for putting this book out. I think it's an awesome cover. Last couple of books I got were from a trip I took. I was actually supposed to go to another show. Some stuff kind of went down in my family. I had to run to Fresno, so while I was in Fresno, I hit up some of the comic shops. Unfortunately, it was a Sunday and there wasn't too many open. But I did go to Legends Comics. I guess it's a chain comic store that they have one of that was open on the Sunday. And they actually had some really good variants, some really cool price variants. They had this Venom #6, Amazing Spider-Man 300 homage. I know this has been done ad nauseum, but I don't have it, and I'm a Venom fan, and it was $5 under what it's going for on eBay, so I picked up 2. I also picked up the Matina one Venom variant, number 150. These were selling $25 everywhere. I actually bought one from Comic Exposure because I didn't think I'd be able to get one, but lo and behold, in Fresno of all places, I got one for $20. The good thing about picking one up at a shop was I was able to look at the condition, and this one is, damn, as close to a 9.8 that I know on a black cover. Shoot, I have a Amazing Spider-Man 36 all black cover that has more damage, and it's at a 9.8. So I think this is a pretty good candidate. Another book was Venom 150. I believe this is Knock variant. Another book going for $20-25 on eBay. Something I got for $15, and I got 2. Maybe I'll put a set together and get rid of them. And as you guys know, I'm trying to put together a Superman Deadpool run of every printing variant and minor variants, and this just another add to my stupid quest. I can't believe I'm doing it, to tell you the truth. A couple of other books I got. These next books, I went to a dusty store that I kind of frequent every 6 or 7 months when I go into Fresno. This guy just keeps accumulating stuff, and it's kind of hard to get to anything. He knows me, and he lets me rummage through his stuff sometimes, but I only had 20 minutes, was kind of in a hurry, and lo and behold, I found some gold. I spent $20 and I got Superman 11, again, the Super Son story. Got this baby, Batman Detective Comics 850, the first Gotham City Sirens. Again, all these books were an average of $3.25, $20 total. This was exactly where it was supposed to be. All I had to do was lift a box of comics and it was there. Can't believe this was passed over for the last couple of months. Another book that has a little bit of heat on it is Green Lantern 25, 1 in 10, Ethan Van Skithers variant. A book that's marked at 10, and he gave me for an average of $3.25. Superman, Batman 11, just the other cover. Catwoman 83, Harley cover. I think it's an awesome find. And Wonder Woman, some heat on this Wonder Woman book. I forgot, 23, I forgot who the artist was. And just a little, lesson for everybody. Usually whenever I go hunting, not only do I have my credit hard, but I always carry cash on me, about $100, $200. And I'm always able to make a deal with cash. Those last 6 books that I showed you, because I had cash, it went from $30 to $20. It rang up as 30. I said, hey, can you do something better in cash? He said, hey, give me a 20 and we'll call it even. Sure did. So again, whenever you guys go hunting, carry cash. It behooves you. Dealers don't like to pay sale tax either, and if they can get away with it, why not? Well, guys, I know this was a little bit of rush tall, a hodgepodge. Hopefully, I didn't say as many times, and I don't think I cussed, which is a good one for me. But I hope you guys like the haul. Happy hunting, and like I always say, man, stay out of my backyard. She never seen a 7 some 10, pushing S5, sitting on some dab and rims.